Can you believe there was a time when we didn't have the kazoo start the show?
No.
What?
Dark Ages.
Yeah, that happened for a while.
How did people make music?
How did we make the show?
How did we make the show? It was probably that's why we didn't have any fans.
Probably.
We weren't
Why don't we have
all
any?
jacked up on kazoos.
Why don't we have any fans now?
Because we took a 5-month hiatus.
Oh, okay.
Where are you hosting your show now?
Antimatters.podbean.com.
Podbean.
Podbean.
Yeah.
Bean.
But it's also on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and you don't have to go to the website to find it.
I just like beans. I just really
Because
like
they're good for your heart.
I was gonna say it's
baked beans. Yeah.
not related to pod legume.
Amelia, what else did the? Oh,
They're in a lawsuit right now with Pod Legume.
This is the Antimatters. This is the Antimatters. This is the Antimatters. No, this is the Antimatters. These are the Antimatters. No, these are the Antimatters. These are the Antimatters. No, this is the Antimatters.
Hey guys, I'm back from the LimeWire planet again.
Oh,
Been-
cool.
Oh, great. You've
One
been gone
week is-
for, ever.
Yeah, the lines are huge.
Wait, the limes are huge.
But look who I found. Ryan was there.
Oh,
hey,
Ryan with a B.
He was he was camping out.
as I do.
Waiting for what?
Limes.
Download to finish.
But yeah, turns out we were both there to get episode 2 of The Boys.
Oh, sweet.
Love the boys.
I just finished watching it, too.
Oh, you watched it already? What the hell did I go to LimeWire for?
Well, you just seem so. Well, you left right after we finished the first one to go get the second one.
Right.
But we found it. We just got up.
It was streaming somewhere, honestly.
Well, I mean, you seem so excited to go.
Life's really about the adventure,
And you
right?
found Ryan.
Although I will admit we watched it on the way here, so maybe I don't.
Ah, see?
Well, you go ahead and recap it.
We'll
Because you
call
know
it even-
Nathan has a terrible
He won't stop huffing paint. You can't.
terrible memory.
It smells good and it makes me feel funny. So sorry.
So episode 2 picks up after episode 1.
Huh. Weird.
I'm not following you.
They electrocuted Translucent, and so the main character, and Butcher, Carl Urban's character, electrocuted Translucent. You find out he's not actually dead. They went to a fixer guy, who's a French guy who likes hip hop, and
And into Turtles.
he's into Turtles. And you
Who
find
is it?
out that Translucent's not dead, but his skin is so tough because of his superpower that they can't find a way to kill him. They have to kill him so they can get out of the situation. What am I missing? It's a lot of nothing in the middle there, right?
Lactation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That leader girl, the CEO of
Yep.
Vought or whatever she is, keeps trying to pump but not doing it very effectively.
And then leaks at all the inappropriate times.
Starlight and Deep go on a dual mission, and you kind of find out that, well, more to your point, they do a dual mission, and you find out that the Homelander dolls are full of drugs, and everything is being recorded. Starlight does some vigilante justice against 2 guys who are sexually assaulting a girl
We're
Much
about
better.
to.
in her street clothes. And that turns out very badly for her because she was being recorded. Huey and Butcher and that French guy, who I wish I knew his name right now, keep trying to kill Translucent, and they're unable to do it until the French guy gets the idea to stick a bomb up his ass. Right?
Yeah.
And then Huey blows him up.
Huey
After
blows him
Homelander's on their tail, and Huey blows up Translucent.
Yep.
Did I miss something important?
Just one loud beep from the computer, which I think means no.
Yeah,
Or-
that sounds right.
Or yes, or there's a meteor.
One other important note is that that was the first introduction of the shapeshifter, right?
Yes.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
The
Doppelganger.
Doppelganger is a new super we weren't aware of before.
I like that his default state isn't super hot because he's clearly Mystique,
Yeah.
but he's just gross. So,
How do we know that's his default state?
because that's, I don't know. I guess we don't.
The first thing we saw her was a hot bartender girl. So
I guess I just like to think his default state is that fat guy.
I mean, he went back to it twice.
he
so-
went
Yeah.
back to his default state to blackmail a senator.
Yeah.
Nice. That's good. That's bold.
I was thinking that he probably looks like the thing from Harry Potter. Turns into whatever you're afraid of.
A boggart.
Dumbledore.
Thank you. Yeah, it's like a big orb, right?
Which I have something to talk to you about. That's separate.
She has one in her closet.
No, it's about boggarts, but that's a thing. We
All
don't
right.
have to do it now.
All right. So Yeah, I didn't miss anything. You guys saw it just now too, so I
that's
didn't
about
miss
it.
anything important. All right, Huey's now killed Translucent for sure.
Yeah.
Use
because
his real name.
huh?
Use his real name.
Quager?
Yeah.
Oh, Quaid Jr. killed Translucent, and I guess they have to have an explosion of a person every episode.
I think there's a quota. There has to be. So far, we're 2 for 2.
Can't wait to see who explodes in episode 3.
I hope it's Quager.
I hope
No.
it's not. He's my favorite character.
No, he's not.
Yeah, and actually, I think probably my favorite actor.
Stop it.
I'm really into
He
him.
comes from a strong lineage.
Mhm.
I think that's what his father. I forget his name, but he is just perfect.
God,
actor.
what is his dad's name?
Hallowed be his name.
I don't remember, but I mean, he's definitely of the upper echelon of actors.
Was it Marlon Wayans? Marlon Wayans is his dad, right?
Or was it Damon? I always confuse.
Yeah, that's my problem.
Yeah.
Is I mix up the two.
Malik, would you happen to know?
What do you think? Who is it that's
I'm not participating in this.
Huey's dad? Who is that?
You know who it is. I'm not playing with you.
Ryan, how'd you feel about the episode? I know you didn't see one. I had to catch you up on the way.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to revisit LimeWire Planet and somehow acquire episode 1. But
Good luck.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough. I know. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I look forward to watching more.
I will say I definitely like episode 2 more than episode 1, because like I said last time, like episode 1 just felt like 4 or 5 storylines crammed into one episode. But this one, I think there was only like 2, but they definitely narrowed it down and they focused more, and it was just a lot easier to watch. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't jumping around as much.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, a lot of it is the initial, like, you kind of know what to expect now. I mean, not saying, like, that the plot is easy to point out, then, like, it's not that thinly veiled, but you know, like, okay, something's probably going to explode. These characters aren't fantastic. We started with sexual assault, so now you can expect literally anything.
Yeah.
So it's a little less stressful to watch it now. But I enjoyed it more, too, because there are a couple of character developments that I think eased my mind, my little feminist mind. I was like, oh, okay, that's all right. I can keep watching this show.
Well, who's specifically? Go into that a little.
Okay, I really liked the scene with Starlight and the Deep. The Deep is basically every dude you met in college ever. With the, I don't understand why you're mad. I just assaulted you and now you're walking around with a pissy face. Like, come on, bro. And then she finally, I mean, unfortunately it took her being assaulted to get there. But she's like found her footing and she's like, I don't have to take shit from you because I'm way stronger. So come at me, bro. And the Deep has to like step down. That's what I felt like. So I was glad to see that. And then they followed it up with her attacking those guys who were possibly about to assault that girl. And part of it could be she's on high alert because she was just assaulted. But I enjoyed that like cathartic moment of take that, other abusers.
Yeah, definitely cool. I liked it. I liked the idea of just like the whole social media and reality show-esque vibe they were doing out of the merchandising, where they said, like, we have a listing of what crimes are going to be committed, and we're going to send you two out for a team-up, because people like team-ups. And they like a
spitting
team.
out numbers and all that.
Yeah, the hashtags are better with doubles or something.
Yeah, they brought up Instagram. I feel like your point from last time we talked about this was obviously spot on, where you said, hey, they're playing both sides. I was like, yep, they're playing both sides. I'm stupid. Like, yep. Of course that's what they're doing. And so we now see that because, I mean, why would the drugs be in the Homelander dolls, right?
Yeah.
And come on.
Yeah.
If that's not what's happening, I'd be blown away at this point.
Are we keeping
It's heavily
points?
implied.
Are we keeping points on whose predictions are coming true?
Oh, we should, right? Don't we
Yeah.
owe each other money?
Yeah.
I think it was...
I know I owe you guys a lot of money.
But I meant because of the show.
Oh yeah, I know.
So yeah, that's cool.
That's 1 point, Malik.
Yeah. Well, if there turns out to be a
You
rape
know, I
island-
think we probably shouldn't keep score. Like, what's score between a bunch of friends?
Are we friends? I thought we were more like colleagues.
I thought Malik and I were pretty good friends.
I considered us rivals.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
This is like Pokemon, I guess.
Right, that's
Just
right.
keep challenging me.
Except you won't go away.
In the first episode, we asked if Translucent was stronger than a normal person. Does he have other powers?
Yes.
Obviously, that's clearly
Yeah.
true now.
Yeah.
They point out not only does he have like a diamond skin, but also he being electrocuted won't kill him, right? So
Yeah.
they had to figure out another way to do it. So that implies to me that there's like everyone else has other powers too. We don't really know everything the Deep can necessarily do or Homelander or whomever. I wonder if there's specific powers that like every super gets though, or it's conserved.
Well, it does seem like they're all a little bit stronger, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're talking about every superhero gets, they're all seem to have some level of invulnerability and douche powers.
Yeah, no, you get the super ability to be more of an asshole
Yeah.
than would be humanly possible.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a superhuman asshole.
when he
And
he
health
sa-
insurance.
And
That's a
health
superpower,
yeah.
right?
Well,
It almost seems kind of pointless to give superheroes health insurance, though, right?
well, I'm sure they would get insured for like nothing because
They still need like their teeth whitened and stuff. Trip to the dentist.
yeah, I
wouldn't
guess
hurt.
so.
and also maybe super cancer.
Can we talk about that beginning to that episode is Scott's Tots level of just horrible, gut-wrenching, awkward, just terribleness.
So
love it.
true.
I wanted that scene to end immediately. I mean, I loved it. It was awful, but I liked it.
I felt like it was a little over the top, but it was still really well done. Like,
Yeah.
it was just so gut wrenching, like you're
Yeah.
saying. Ryan, did you watch The Office? Did you know what we're talking about in Scott's Tots?
Heard a lot about it. Haven't seen that episode yet.
I can't. You've seen The Office, though. You know how awkward it gets.
It gets bad. So
This is 10. If you were just ranking The Office by itself for level of awkwardness and sadness, like, this is a 10 on the
Yeah.
scale.
I'm gonna have to go out and see it. Another trip to Limewire Planet for sure.
It's hard to. I can't watch.
And I can't watch it with you. I'm sorry. It's just so bad.
I hate it.
But yeah, no, I agree with you. You saw all the social media presence. He's
Yeah.
like Facebook living it or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's all those reactions to the kid, the Make-A-Wish kid.
Yeah. And then like you could see his followers dropping and shit like that. Like
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
I'm sure translation can stop by next week.
Yeah.
And the doctor just slowly shakes his head. No.
Kid's not gonna last another week.
can-
Yeah.
Teach you how to run.
It was my
Teach me how to outrun cancer. Ah,
it was my only wish.
It was interesting. Why would the number of people watching drop though? I would think that in a disaster like an absolute train wreck of a live feed,
Yeah.
that viewership's gonna go up by
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, well, we forgot that it's clearly on Facebook, and Facebook is run by somebody, which I just mean like it's probably purchased from somebody, so that they go down because I just mean like politics and Facebook.
No, for sure. I wonder if Facebook in this universe is run by a superhero.
It's just Jesse Eisenberg.
It's just
Yeah.
No, I agree with you, Ryan. First off, yeah, definitely. You might see a little dip in viewership, and then it would just start like tripling, right?
Yeah, it'd be astronomical because everybody's gonna be like, oh, hey man, check this out, it's crazy, it's going so bad.
It's the worst thing.
He
This
just
cancer kid's ruining this man's life.
he just keeps thumbsing up,
yeah.
thumbs upping.
But I'm curious, like, what do you do if you can't actually provide the wish to a Make-A-Wish kid? How does that?
You just don't show up.
You just don't do it?
You just let him die
Oh,
without a wish.
They're like, oh, well, we couldn't get you Kobe Bryant, so I guess we'll just cure your cancer. Yeah, we had the cure, obviously.
They just don't
Yeah.
open the email; they leave him unread.
Oh, no. No, but I mean, what if he cancels? That's what I mean.
Should have wished for cure to cancer. It's
yeah.
your fault.
These kids are so stupid. All you have to do.
Yeah.
All you have to do is ask for Magic Johnson, because he's the one who can cure your
Yeah,
ailments.
he's got it.
These kids got it all wrong.
I wonder if that's what Magic Johnson wished for.
See?
He
They're like,
wished
yeah,
for-
no one ever asked for the cure. I don't
It's
know.
so
about-
weird.
We're all going
Seems
down.
so obvious. Yeah.
So in the first episode of The Boys, since that's what we're talking about,
Yes.
I did get the inclination that they were going to have like a superhero killing group, and that's probably what The Boys are.
Yeah.
But now they made that a lot more concrete in this one, right? Now you have the crazy chemist Breaking Bad guy
Yeah.
with them, who has apparently killed others in the past. I think it was implied they were all superheroes.
Yes.
Yes?
It's like implied.
I don't know. That girl in the elevator sounded like she could have been normal.
Just killed her. Maybe he's just like a psychopath.
But I feel like they're doing too much character development to him, like regretting it to make him a monster. So it sounds to me like he does it when he needs to. He did say when people pay, but it's still.
Or
I don't know.
maybe he wasn't supposed to kill her. You know what I mean?
He said it was his first person he killed, right?
Yeah.
I don't think you just start out killing superheroes. Like that's like you're a psychopath, and then you're like, you know what? I'm really good at killing things. Maybe I'll start killing heroes.
You could be right. It just didn't feel like the way they were developing him that he was just going to be a bad guy. Like, oh, I just kill people. I don't know.
He seems like a bad guy. I've seen a lot of true crime.
It's about guy.
That's my prediction. Write that down.
No. I don't want you to get another point on me.
Yeah. Strike it from the record, if anything.
When they showed that keep your hands clean thing,
Yeah.
the picture with the baby in the background, I now get that what they mean is he's struggling with whether or not to be involved in this in a meaningful way, Huey. But I thought, oh yeah, you're right. Poison him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got super strong skin, but poison him or give him like anthrax or ricin or cyanide, dead.
That's what. Honestly, I thought that's what. That scene where he gives him the water glass. I thought that's what he did. I thought he
Yeah.
poisoned it because like he did that whole spiel and it zoomed in on translucent, and then it cuts back to Huey, and I just figured he'd be like, yeah, well, I poisoned you or something. Like that's what I was hoping for. Him exploding him was still way better, but that's what I was thinking of.
But they could have exploded him while he was unconscious, and they didn't have to put it in his ass. Like, couldn't they have just put it in his mouth and
No,
then
they were
exploded
explaining.
They
it?
explained that.
Yeah, but like he didn't. But he's unconscious, so he can't throw it up.
But when he wakes up and he's told that there's an explosive, I mean,
But why do you have to wait till he wakes up? Just put it in his mouth and explode him while he's dead, like unconscious.
it doesn't send a strong message, right? If he's unconscious, then he doesn't know that he's being killed.
I guess, but they no longer had time to question him. They just needed to kill him. So
But did they ever want to question him? Only the one guy, Huey, wanted to question him, right?
Yeah.
they said they were running out of time. So I guess if they could have gotten any information out of him to begin with, they would have. But at this point, their intention was always to kill him. So just put him unconscious and blow his face up.
I'm surprised that you wanted to go a poison route, though, because you said earlier that they either attempted to or he was electrocuted, but he didn't die, and that was a surprise. But that doesn't really make sense, because if a person's electrocuted, that's a death of the internal, like everything, right? That's not damage to the skin that resulted you in dying, which he would be immune to, right? Because the skin is what's immune.
Right.
So if he was electrocuted, he would just straight up die.
You should think, yes.
Yeah.
I don't see why
So-
he would live through that.
Poison might be a stretch.
But you're right. I guess it's possible that this wouldn't work on him. But it also seems like possible that a bomb wouldn't work on him then. I mean, we don't know what will kill him.
It's kind of like vampires or other creatures that you have to like or zombies, right? They see you have to like cut the head off or destroy the brain in order to kill them, and so you're invulnerable, which means like okay, technically you could poison him, but if he's invulnerable, maybe his organs could recover them fast enough. Just like maybe if you put all of his guts in a jar, maybe he'd reassemble. I don't know, but I think the idea of blowing something up is that they can't repair because they're in multiple places.
Yeah, but we really don't know the biology. Like, they tried a gun, they tried a chainsaw, they tried a bunch of stuff to kill him, and we don't know what would kill him. I mean, why wouldn't electricity kill him? So I think it's just they're just going through a list. And that's why Carl Urban's character was trying to figure out what his weaknesses were, because we really don't know how his biology works. But I agree with you that why couldn't they just put it in his mouth? No, this is like a... You're just going for the extra grotesque, right?
Yeah.
Where you put it in his butt and blow him up from there. I mean, if he's asleep... You put it in his mouth. That should also be soft tissue. Blow his head off. Even if he doesn't get to his whole body.
Still blew his head off.
Because watching it, when you say like they did make a big deal about bringing him water and he's drinking it, you don't see the water go into his body. So I feel like that was foreshadowing in that, right? Whatever he can take into his body, and that's when they did the conversation about like you can't poison him, do those things. But you did see that consumables. I guess what I mean to say. So to me, it felt like they were making the line there.
Wait, did they say they couldn't poison him?
Yeah, didn't they say something about like reflexes and maybe it
That's
wasn't
what they were
specific?
talking about, putting it in his mouth about throwing it up.
Oh, okay. I just assumed it was all related to that.
What was his poison? Just the objects in him. I'm curious about how he knew his own weakness, because how would you discover that? Were you born knowing that? Or do you mean you probably don't sit around and think, man, if I swallow a bomb, this will be the end of
That
me.
makes sense.
I
Well,
mean, I
wouldn't
think
you?
about that
If
all the
you-
time.
If you're completely invulnerable, like, wouldn't you think about what could kill you?
Oh, for sure. It would definitely mull it over, but there's no way to test it, is what
You
I'm
say
saying. So
butt stuff. It's butt
that's
stuff.
it. That's my one
Butt
weakness
stuff.
is butt stuff. I can't handle it. It's
Butt
just too
stuff.
much.
Ryan, when you were a kid, you didn't do something that you knew was going to hurt. You didn't stick your head in something you're sure you couldn't get it out of.
No, absolutely. But I'm saying he's an exception to that rule, right? So like he could stick his hand on the stove, didn't hurt, right? But how many times as a kid did he stick a bomb up his ass and think, oh man, this actually really hurt. I better not do this again.
A couple of times, apparently.
Like he knew, because as soon as they came in and said, hey, we stuck a bomb in your ass, he was immediately like, oh shit, please don't kill me.
Yes.
He knew his weakness. He knew that would be it. So how did he find that out?
Maybe all the superheroes' weaknesses is butts.
Maybe that's the only way to kill him.
All of them.
All of them.
Like, you can kill some of them in other ways, but the butt is the surefire.
My bold prediction for the rest of the show: every superhero dies from a bomb up the butt.
Yeah. This is now directed by South Park from here on out.
My bold prediction is that Homelander likes it.
He
long as
starts
he's-
lactating.
Yeah, as long as he's covered in milk, he can get there.
Yeah, let's go into that.
Yeah.
The
It's
lactation
unsettling.
thing. So
Yeah.
is he sexually attracted to her, the main person, or does he see her as a mom? Because he was licking his lips when he was looking through the wall and seeing her pumping.
You can ask all men that question, right?
Yeah, Freud.
Why do boys like boobs?
Are you saying that women don't like boobs?
I'm just saying.
Come on, everybody appreciates a good pair of titties.
That's true.
I like titties, but I don't like lactation. So
How do you know?
because I saw that episode and I did not like what I saw.
He was like, nope, in this episode.
That's
Yeah.
not a thing I'm into.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Check that off the list.
I've been on the internet once or twice. I've seen some things and I didn't care for that part. So I know that is not the case for me.
You got that on the second time or the first time? Being on the internet, that is. Like, lactation came up the first or second time.
The first time I was on the internet, I searched lactation and decided, no, this isn't for me.
I thought it was like your homepage, like lactation.com or something. And
Not
you
mine.
went on, oh,
Not mine.
that's not me.
Homelander's probably though.
Yeah.
That boy loves his lactation.
Yeah, no, they were definitely doing a bunch of stuff with that. I don't know what his thing is. I want to know how moms feel watching this. I mean, I think the show's it's called The Boys, and I think it's leaning towards, like, their main audience being boys. Just hunch. It feels like more of a male-driven show, even despite the sexual assault conversation and all of that. What moms would have to say about that episode? Because, like, when she's, like, kind of hitting on the Homelander or whatever she's doing there, trying to persuade him to be, like,
Good guy.
a good guy, she starts lactating, which it's like this weird sexual thing, right? And I don't know how moms would feel about that.
I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird.
No, I'm
You
just really curious on why you were searching lactation. Just like the word is what you meant. Like,
Not at liberty to say.
Something was leaking out of him one day, and he just had to double check.
I was leaking milk. Yeah, exactly.
This is when Ryan used to work at a hospital, and the doctor was like, "Oh my God, somebody Google search this quick."
Yep.
Okay,
We got to see Black Noir really featured in this episode.
what did she say? Hi to him, and he walked past her.
Yeah, he just stood there, and then he showed up again, and he was trying to drink from the straw or whatever. Still no lamplighter.
Yeah, no lamplighter.
I'm sorry, I have to go back to this lactation thing because I feel like we didn't get to this. Hold on.
Huh?
I really wouldn't like to.
Why did they point out that she's too old to have kids? Why is she struggling so much to lactate?
Yeah.
What are the statements?
Well, she
Sorry
is.
if I'm-
She definitely is too old. That's why they talked about all the in vitro things. This baby's gonna take her milk, that kind of thing. She is kind of like the mother hen of the superheroes. Whether or not she had any sort of, we're talking about compound. I don't even actually know what the letter is anymore.
G.
E.
E. Whether it's a place or a compound, like a chemical compound, whether or not she's been influenced by it, she is too old. That woman's like in her mid 50s. She shouldn't have had any babies, and that would be why she's having trouble lactating. But I don't know if it's just a comment on her being the mother of them.
Yes, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
Isaac prediction: she made Homelander either through chemistry or in whatever way, and he sees her as a mother.
Oh, she's
so
the mama.
therefore,
I'm the baby.
he resents her like baby because he wasn't an actual baby, but he wants that kind of
Okay,
nourishment.
that's freaky.
I could see that. Because like when they were when she was talking to him after like sitting him down to say to be like to be the good guy and stuff like that. Like she had her hand on his cheek and stuff like that, and she was being real motherly.
Oh yeah, you got to protect your mom.
I was thinking more like, I guess sort of similar, but like he definitely grew up without a mother figure, and she was playing him knowing that he wants that motherly figure. Because that whole touch, like there was a little bit of sexualness to it, but to me it seemed way more like motherly to son type thing. So I think he sees her as a mom in a way, but maybe because of his age, there's also a sexual element to it. I'm not sure.
Let's talk about how you guys feel about your moms.
Oh, she's hot.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, Nathan's mom's pretty hot. I agree with
Oh
that.
yeah, no, she's a fox.
No disagreement here.
Yikes.
I don't know what you're really asking there, Malik. I'm not sexually attracted to my mom.
No, I mean, like, that's a thing, right? I mean, I know we've pretty much just said Freud doesn't know what he's talking about, but they say, like, all boys want to have sex with their moms ultimately, right? And so just to me, like, he's not the only one. They do it in literature all the time. It's a thing. So it wouldn't be so unusual that he would feel motherly, feel mothered and also, like, a little aroused. I don't know.
I don't think it's just boys to moms, though, isn't it? Both ways. Isn't it girls and dads too?
Definitely. But that's not what we're talking about here.
Okay, fair enough. I was just trying to clarify. I'm not an expert
Keep it
on this.
on topic.
my
Very
bad.
strong deflection. I think we stumbled upon something here.
What else happened in this episode? So Carl Urban's character was revealed to have had a romantic relationship with the head of the CIA, or
Something like
Sounds like it.
high up.
Yeah.
She was in
Does not like edible arrangements.
a movie with Will Smith. Wasn't she in a movie with Will Smith?
Probably.
Independence Day.
No.
I think it was just Celine Dion's sister. I told
I
this
think
to
there
Malik
was
earlier.
Pretty sure it's Jeff Goldblum.
It's the strong jaw.
Oh, it was Jeff Goldblum, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He's good in everything. You know who they need in this?
Hmm.
I hope that Black Noir is revealed to be Nicolas Cage.
Please.
I hope it's Dennis Quaid.
Oh my god.
No, that's
No.
the lamplighter. Did we already talk about that?
No, he's not. He's not. Wait, we said this. Quager is gonna Hulk out and become Dennis
That's
Quaid.
right.
You,
Hulk's out.
Okay.
I can't wait for the lamplighter. That's the reason why I want to watch episode 3 and 4 and 5. Like, I just want to meet the lamplighter. That's all I want.
she was in Crash.
Crash.
That's how I knew her.
Oh,
Gotcha.
She's
she
dating
was,
Don
she
Cheadle
was
in Crash.
ludicrous.
Oh, so just a different black man.
She's not ludicrous.
Oh.
I want to see Ludacris in more movies. He's a really gifted actor.
Oh no.
You know?
Yeah. Did you see him in Fast and Furious?
I have not seen them.
Chills.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Which
Chills.
which
Damn
one?
it.
Less chills. I don't know.
Yeah, he was great in Tokyo Drift.
That's
So-
the one. Yeah, I didn't know it was 1, 2, or 3. I don't know, but I saw him in that one.
Yeah, no,
Amazing.
Ludacris is the Daniel Day-Lewis of.
Rap actors.
Mhm. DMX didn't have anything on him. Who was the other one who was in a bunch
Shut
of movies?
your mouth.
Who's the other one who was in a bunch of pictures? Wasn't he in one with pictures?
You called him pictures. Isaac. Isaac, are you 75? I'm so disappointed in you right now.
That explains all the tapioca in the fridge.
What? They're moving pictures. That's what they are. That's why we call them movies.
Jeez, Grandpa.
Get help.
So back when I used to go down to the
The theater.
the theater, the
nickel
Cineplex,
theater.
and I would give them my nickel. No, I fucking okay. That Exhibit, wasn't it?
I know 50.
No,
50
Ja
Cent-
Rule was in one with Steven Seagal, wasn't he? Was it
God.
Ja Rule?
50 Cent was in one too, wasn't he?
I like that you double down on calling him that.
I know. He was like, I could say 50.
Yeah, no, it's 50. I know Curtis. We're friends.
I had a weird experience. Okay, it's kind of related. It was a movie with Steven Seagal. I think Exhibit. I think it was Exhibit and Rainn Wilson. They were the three. I swear to you, this movie exists.
Why?
If it's not Exhibit, it's a different black rapper actor, but it's still.
Are you sure that wasn't one of your night terrors?
That seems.
Honestly, who knows?
You need to stop doing LSD before bed, Isaac.
Who knows? I wish this was a fever dream. I'm telling you. Pretty sure.
Half past dead.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that sounds like a movie starring Steven Seagal.
That-
Exhibit.
From 2002.
Back in the good old days.
We didn't get any Queen Maeve in this episode, but no Wonder Woman.
No.
In this
Yeah,
one.
except for talking about blowing smoke.
Oh,
She was talking to the senators,
Yeah.
and they were just like, they're just blowing smoke up her ass.
Oh, that's
She's got to
About
have
the whole-
some interesting plotline because they basically left her out of the first one, other than to snub Starlight, and now this one almost nothing. So she's got to have some
She'll
plot
have
coming.
like a big episode, I guess,
Who knows?
soon.
Yeah, no, she's coming back for sure, right? They have to have Wonder Woman. But let's do this. What's your biggest disappointment in this episode? Mine? No floppy wieners in this one. No boobs.
Not a single
Not a-
floppy wiener.
There was a little bit of boobs. I was watching.
There was some.
Oh, was there
movie.
really?
There was
I
some.
missed that.
Like with nips or
Yeah,
just
with
like
nips.
Just
It was
nips.
a quick flash about a senator when he was originally banging the bartender chick.
That's right.
It was a quick flash of him,
Oh.
but then turned into
Even better
unpleasant.
titties.
Mm.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
unpleasant. I didn't
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it.
Alright.
Anyway.
No kink shaming here, Nathan. You can like whatever you like.
Oh, okay.
I guess I was
Even
just
my Waterworld fan fictions? or-
No.
I guess I was disappointed with go figure Huey just in general. No,
Just his namesake.
they've built up this only for 2 episodes now. Built up that he's kind of ineffectual. He's not, he can't get anything done. He's kind of like just wandering through this thing. But I knew he was going to press the button. Like there was not even a second that he wasn't going to do it. in me. And to me, I felt like that was just plot driven and not well done. Like,
I agree with you. Not only do I agree with you, I think there's a lot in this show that does that, where it's like, but you've painted yourself into a corner. There's only one interesting way to go here.
And
if
if
he
you-
doesn't push the button, you don't have a story now. So I guess because he's the main character, we know what's going to happen next, and now you didn't really. Of course, I wanted to see it. We all want to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all need to know that he's going to do that, but that wasn't like a big turn. We know he's going to hit that damn button.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like the show does that in a lot of ways. There's several things I've noticed that were like, nah, well, that was the obvious.
it's
thing.
like edgy, but on the safe side.
Yes,
Yeah.
this
Like,
is the obvious
you
way to go.
know what's going to happen because
Yeah.
they've set it up this way. And
I
so
agree with you.
I was a little disappointed.
And that's why I was surprised by you saying last time that you want to see the female character develop. I was like, well, I mean, what are they going to do? They can't have her just, take shit. Like, there's no way.
No, I mean, you have to have the characters develop, but it's also, I think it'd be more fitting for the hashtag #MeToo movement right now for them to just be like, yeah, and just continue to live your life because there's no repercussions for the people who did these things to you. This is just what's going to keep happening to you and other women because we can't all get woke that quickly. And so, yeah, I want to keep seeing them progress. I want to see her kick butt, but does she ultimately get any sort of justice for it? Of course, like, I'm not saying I don't want that. I want that for everyone. But story-wise, yes, it would be boring.
I think they would burn that building to the ground if they did that. It wouldn't last.
Yeah,
well, actually, more likely, the actress who played her would get a bunch of death threats because that's
Sure.
the right person to
Yeah.
blame.
And that's fair, and I get it. I'm just saying if you want to make an edgy show that's, like, doing new things, which I feel like the show's trying to do, and I just don't think it's doing successfully, it's like, oh, look how edgy we are, but we're going to guide you this whole time so you know. Well, the way to shake that up is to actually just show what would really happen.
I would not like that.
No?
I wouldn't
No,
be
that
into
sounds-
that.
Well, you wouldn't like it. It would be really unsatisfying, but I'd be like, that's quality. That's quality. We're going to show what superheroes would be like in real life. They'd all be corrupted. They'd be selling drugs and all of that. But then you're going to draw the line at women getting justice for sexual assault. Come on.
You're definitely right. That is way more powerful. That's way more powerful and way more of like a cultural statement. But
not-
superhero fans want the catharsis of her kicking that guy's ass. I think
Boys.
it has to
I
happen.
think it's written for boys.
I don't think it's just boys, but I mean, I see your point. I think the fact that they even named it the boys makes it. I don't know. I feel like they're going again. Like here's my prediction number 2. They named it the boys because the boys are questionable already.
Like the boys club. This,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not pro the boys. It's
Sure.
anti the boys.
Yeah, but it's still within the realm that we're willing to take that, you know? Here are the safe boundaries where we can discuss toxic masculinity. Don't go outside of it.
I agree with you. That was good. I agree with almost all of that. Nathan.
Yeah.
Nathan.
Hey.
Disappointments? I'm sorry I took your floppy wiener. I knew you were going to say floppy wieners.
Yeah.
I took it away from you.
Really? I don't know. I mean, yeah,
Other than Lamplighter not showing up.
it's gonna be a disappointment. I really didn't. Because I only can compare it to the first episode, and I didn't care for the first episode too much. But I did like this one. I liked a lot more. Like they eased the storylines a lot. I don't know. It was a lot more fun. The music in it was really, really good. I don't know. I don't really have. I wasn't
Nice.
really super duper disappointed.
He was disappointed that he didn't dislike it more.
Yeah. Like I finished and I was like, I'm so upset I didn't like it. I will kind of piggyback off here. It's like, yeah, like as soon as like he left the thing in there, I was like, oh, Huey's gonna blow him up. Like I knew it. And it did like not have the same kind of punch that like when his girlfriend exploded in front of him. Like that, when that happens, like it's out of the blue. You're like, oh my fucking god. But this one, you're like you see it, and like as soon as they make it, I was like, oh, he was gonna blow him up. And then like you're just kind of waiting for it, and like the explosion's still really cool. Don't get me wrong about that. I enjoyed it, but yeah, it's just you kind of seen it coming from a mile away.
And Huey, get a new face.
Yeah,
you can't
stop.
start and end episodes with the same face. It's
You-
that like, oh no, things are happening. This is my face.
That's he kind of wears that expression 90% of the show.
Yeah.
There's only one shapeshifter in the show. He can't change his face. I'm sorry.
Expression, whatever.
Maybe get a scar or something. I don't know. Grow a beard.
You're right. He needs to he needs to give himself a tally mark on his face every episode. Ryan with a B, what do you think? Disappointed or good? What do you think?
Well, what do you want? You want to know what disappointed me or what?
Do both.
Do both.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna
Okay.
give you extra powers.
Wow.
I feel like a super already. This is great. All right, so
Stick things up his butt.
Not my one weakness, please. No, disappointment, and I'm not trying to just be that guy or whatever, but I don't really like Starlight's character too much. I guess I don't not like her. I just am confused by her, I suppose, because I heard secondhand from the first episode that she was coerced into doing this terrible thing, which is awful. But then in the very next episode, and I don't know how much time is passing in these episodes, but in the very next episode, she just confronts the guy immediately and is like, hey, by the way, I could whoop your ass at any time. So she always had that power, which she must have known that she could have always done this. Why didn't she just start with that? And I understand that was also explained to me that she was like groomed to really value this one thing and that sort of stuff. But maybe it's just my own personal experiences. But if I knew that I was the more powerful person, I'm not getting blackmailed into doing something I don't want to do, especially something heinous like that. Like, that is just gross. So that was just weird to me, and so I don't really get it too much, but maybe that's just me not understanding from her point of view. So that would be the thing I don't like.
Capital HER, her point of view. I think that's the thing.
Sure, yeah.
Like, women could probably be much larger than whomever's attacking them, and that's not really the point. Like, whether they're physically stronger or not. I get what you're saying. That's the separation there.
Yeah, and then I don't... So she's okay. I'm interested to see what else happens. That's mainly... That's just from what I've seen so far. That would be my biggest disappointment of the episode. Thing I like the most... I'm not 100% sure on this, because, again, I don't know how the rest of the show is going to go, but I really like the idea that there are more supers than what they're publicizing. Like, this one main chick has this shapeshifter in her pocket. How powerful is that? You can have her do or be anyone you want, insert it wherever you need, and have all the power. Who really even knows? Maybe the president of the U.S. in this particular case is not even there anymore, and it's just a doppelganger, running everything. So that's pretty interesting, and I'm very curious to see good origin stories. I want to know, where did the supers come from, if that is a thing in this. How many are there? Are they trackable? All those sorts of things. Because at the moment, we're just like getting little snippets, like, here's another one. Oh, and by the way, here's another one. And so I want to know how far this goes, how deep the rabbit hole goes.
I love that, and I also feel a little insecure because you and Malik see deeper in the story than Nathan and I.
Oh, yeah.
The fact that the president could be gone, I hadn't even considered it.
Think about it. But now it has me thinking that she's just going to kill that senator no matter what, and then have Doppelganger come in and vote yes to have the supers in.
Just do whatever you want.
That's going to be Nathan's bold prediction.
Well, you saw it. I can't remember. I think it was right before they exploded the building to get the Homelander away from there. You saw another super on the TV screen talking about how it said Second Amendment down at the bottom during this, the scroll, and it's like, well, if everybody had guns, we wouldn't have to spend so much time saving you. And so president or lobbyists or everywhere, they're clearly pushing agendas.
Absolutely.
Easter egg.
I was wondering if that was his own personal agenda, but you're right. If he's going through VOT, I'm sure he has things he has to say.
Well, I mean, if they're saying everyone has to have a script, you can't send A Train to the hospital, you think you're going to let that other guy talk on the news about the Second Amendment?
But he did go to there without a script.
Yeah.
So that was why I was
and they're like, don't do this again.
Right.
So I don't...
Yeah, I didn't know, but I mean, that would make sense that, they're just all going with one. Even if much like they seem like opponents, they're not. They're all working together.
Yeah.
Also, you pointed out in the first episode, I believe, that you're I think it was you that said, translucent, you understand, that's not his real thing.
Yeah, I think that
he can go invisible. I mean, he's doing other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just made it, they just said it explicitly in the second episode. He's like, no, come on, you really think my thing is that I'm the invisible guy? Let's be serious. So, your predictions, I need to keep conferring with the two of you.
My other
understandings of the story.
One more prediction, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Is that $10 Penne Tuesdays are really gonna take off. That product placement.
That's a deal.
It
That's
had
a
me
deal.
salivating. I was ready.
It was panning down. It was in there for 3 frames on a marquee for a restaurant. $10 Penne Pasta Tuesdays. Fantasy world. Absolute fantasy.
That's where I call bullshit.
Yeah. You lost me.
Everything else was believable.
Any other predictions, Nathan? What do you think?
You
and I are slacking on the predictions.
Yes, I do have one. Huey's gonna kill Carl Urban. I see it.
Intentionally or accidentally?
Intentionally.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna push himself because he keeps using that A Train thing as his button, and he's gonna keep pushing it, and he was gonna snap one at one point.
I predict the biggest conflict of the season will be between Starlight and Huey. And
That's fair.
you didn't see...
Oh, I think there'll be Starlight and Homelander before Huey.
Yeah, that makes
Oh,
sense.
yeah.
But I feel like final episode's gonna the big thing is gonna be some sort of. I think they're gonna be against each other.
I think maybe ultimately, but I think the first season is going to have Starlight and Huey team up to take down Homelander, and then Huey's going to get like a little squirrely.
No, maybe.
Squirrely.
You didn't see in episode 1. You didn't see in episode 1 that Starlight and Huey had a conversation on a bench, and they didn't know, like, they weren't speaking to specific problems, but they were kind of giving each other advice on like the bad shit that had just happened. It was a really weird scene. It felt like
Yeah.
that scene at the end of Harry Potter where he's meeting Dumbledore in the train. Like, I was like, was this real? But
What does Dumbledore say
please
about
don't
that?
do this. Don't do this. We can talk about Boggarts later.
That's like thank you for reminding me.
It was a weird scene, but they became instant friends, and after that point is actually when Starlight kind of regained her strength, like, to fight the Deep and this terrible
Yeah.
situation after they had their conversation. So you know they're going to be important to each other. They have to be. And they're going to meet up and be like, oh my god, it's you, later. So I'm just predicting that the two of them are going to have to...
You're right. They definitely will face off at some point. I just don't know. Maybe Homelander will bring them back together again. They have to fight him.
They're gonna fight him.
Because I think right now it's pretty clear that Starlight is stronger than Homelander.
Yeah, I think so.
Like,
I think she's the strongest one.
I am
Yeah.
happy that they showcased her powers now because I was really curious, and I like that she has that cool light ray thing. It's
Yeah.
dope.
she's just younger, so Homelander's gonna have that advantage of being like a ruthless piece of shit.
And she's going to be holding back, probably.
Yeah, and she's
Yeah.
gonna be like, "Oh no!" But
It might even be that
She'll get him in
she's
the
too
end.
powerful to, like, control it, and so he has to choose between killing her or stopping, like, collateral damage.
Hmm.
You know what I
I
mean?
don't think he'll care about that.
Huey?
Oh, sorry,
Oh, I thought you were talking
Homelander.
Oh, no. I'm still talking about the Huey stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just really curious to see how that goes. I'm very interested
Yeah.
to see how that develops.
I have two questions. So in the first one, how much of Homelander's power was showcased?
A good bit. I mean, they showed that he has the laser eyes and he can fly, and it's like heavily implied how strong he is.
That's pretty. They don't really show his powers. It's more implied that he's the leader, he's the strongest guy, he's invulnerable, he's laser eyes, and he can fly.
Yeah, that costume, laser eyes and flight, is telling everybody he's Superman.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
kind of just implies it. But no, they didn't actually
They don't really
literally
show how
him.
strong he is.
Yeah.
Well, that's enough for my second question. Is what did you guys see from Starlight that suggests to you that she could beat Homelander?
Well, she's basically got the laser eyes. And they showed her like a montage video of her like punching through walls. And did she fly?
I don't know.
She's got a cape.
I don't think I've seen her fly yet.
Okay, just a cape, I think insinuates, right?
Mhm,
The other ones don't have capes.
Yeah, Spider-Man doesn't wear a cape.
I just mean like the Deep doesn't wear a cape.
No capes.
No capes.
What made me think it is because of tropes, and
Yeah.
what happens
Yeah.
is in her audition tape, in her I Want to Be on the Real World Miami tape, before she's one of the 7.
I think it's Bad Girls Club.
Oh, my bad. She does this, like, from her body 360 explosion thing, and those characters, much like in Heroes, are usually like the unstable, too powerful to control it character.
And when they do that,
And when they do it, they make them the most powerful one. So that's where I was going with it.
Yeah.
That's where my mind was.
Because you kind of seen it. Because she said like it's like she was trying to brace the person, and it seemed like after she did it, like she was shocked about how much power she released.
Yeah. I feel like she's been holding back and
Mhm.
and she won't hold back, and that's where if I'm really gonna put some money on this, that's where my money would go.
Yeah.
But I think it's a safe bet, which is she's gonna lose control or have to lose control, and
well,
pretty soon.
so Starlight says after she's been busted on camera beating up those guys who were about to assault that woman, we assume, right? Aren't I innocent until proven guilty? She said that after beating the shit out of those guys for not quite assaulting her. Like it was apparent that was going to happen, but we don't that's not how our system works. You don't just beat people up and say, "All right, have a good day." Or you do, but then you don't claim, "Aren't I innocent until proven guilty?" You don't get to throw that in faces when you're a vigilante, right? So I just feel like they did that for a reason and it's going to come up again. Like you don't put a gun on a mantle and then not use it. It's a thing.
Yeah, totally. I was thinking, God, that system's pretty messed up. I mean, what does he have to actually penetrate her before we know that this is like
Yes.
a crime? That's
Have you not heard about red flag laws?
you know it. I was just like, you said that, and I was like, that's bonkers. I mean, he was taking his pants down.
Ryan with a B, didn't we just recently watch a movie Not Predestination. We've all seen that. The one with Tom Cruise where he stops crimes before they happen, and they come in like these little like pool ball.
Minority Report.
Minority Report.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you're stopping crimes before they
Oh,
happen.
I see what you mean. Take it to the extreme.
Yeah, they haven't happened yet.
Right.
And you're guilty. You're going to prison for it. Well, hasn't happened. I don't want that girl to get raped. That's
Definitely not.
the point.
Yeah.
But, like, we have a judicial system for a reason.
Yeah, that's true.
Starlight.
So you're saying you'd be the Punisher?
You bulimic. No.
In a superhero world, you'd be the Punisher. Is what you're saying?
I wouldn't. Listen, I like the Punisher, but I would not be the Punisher.
Yeah, she would use a wrench, not a gun.
I would use a wrench.
Yes. You'd be Big Wrench. You're in like a cape, and you have one of those classic eye masks.
Lady,
And just-
we don't need our car fixed. Good, I'm going to change your oil. And I hit him in the head.
Oh, I was gonna say fix your attitude or something.
No, I like the oil bit. 'cause
Change
it
your
makes
oil.
No
All right.
sense.
That's even better.
Got it.
Maybe something like, oh, it looks like you got a little screws loose, and then you hit him.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Something
good.
like that. I
That's
think
the best one.
Yeah,
they
but
made
it-
a movie about this, by the way. You're
Oh.
a mystery man.
Oh, okay.
The guy, his power is that he had a shovel. So that's
The
like the same
shoveler.
He was
Yeah.
called
Yeah.
the Shoveler.
thing. Yeah, so that's
William
you.
H. Macy.
Actually, that's a great point. Who are better superheroes, the boys or Mystery Men?
Mystery Men.
Yeah, they had the Waffler.
Yeah. Kel could go invisible, only when nobody was looking. Let's see Translucent do that.
I thought translucent for a long time. I mean, for one whole episode, could only be translucent when he was in the women's bathroom.
Yeah, I thought he had very specific powers.
They showed that in the first episode a bunch, Ryan with the bee.
That he was like just spying on women.
They were
Yeah,
like,
nothing.
you're a creep, and then he showed up naked in the women's bathroom twice.
Yeah, he's a pervert.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're invisible, what are you gonna do?
I want to see what everyone else is terrible, because everybody in the Seven is terrible except for Starlight, right? We can just
Yeah.
say that. I wonder what Black Noir's thing
see.
is. He's not actually black.
What if he comes out and he's albino? This is just Nosferatu.
Oh,
Is
I'll stop watching.
is that the bad thing? He's just appropriating?
I
That's the
was-
bad thing?
His name is Black Black. I will stop watching the show.
That'll be the most unnerving thing about this.
I want Black Noir to take his mask off and be T-Dog from The Walking Dead.
Yes! Yes, me
That's
too!
who I want.
Oh my god, that
The
makes me
one
so
true
happy.
T-Dog. And by the way, he's not the actor. It's T-Dog.
It's T-Dog? Oh,
in
please, for
this
the love of
universe.
God.
How did he fit in that costume?
Lost a little weight.
Black Noir, that's
Yeah.
how. Oh man.
The black is a really slimming color.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
When you're black, it's super slimming.
He's the superpower of being able to follow Weight Watchers.
He's stronger than all of us.
I think that was all I had.
That's really, yeah, that's all my bits.
I'm excited to see the rest of the superhero killing club because they have to have more people. The girl who we thought was blind, who blew up the apartment,
Yeah.
Oh,
she's
yeah.
one of them. She's got to have
She's
a
gotta be.
superpower.
Yeah.
Or
I thought she was like a mix between Jennifer Lawrence and that girl who was in that succubus show on Sci-Fi. You know what I'm talking about? It's called Lost Girl. So Jennifer Lawrence and the little like Russian girl from Lost Girl. For anybody who specifically gets that reference.
But that does remind me of an argument you and I had. Could you think of what a succubus is in your head,
Okay.
Nathan and Ryan? Okay. Now, before don't change it. I have to ask each of you. Describe a succubus, Ryan. Describe the characteristics of a succubus to me. Yeah, hopefully the next episode, computer. I know I'm jonesing for them too.
One of my favorite shanties. Succubus, very attractive, super sexy, just oozing sex. I'm magnetically attracted, but she will kill me and take my soul.
Nathan, what do you think? How would you describe a succubus?
I've always like pictured them like being like kind of harpy, like they have kind of like bird wingish kind of
Ah.
things, but they're still like just pretty ladies. But I always thought they had wings. I don't know if that's true or not.
I like that. So we had an argument about whether or not a succubus is hideous.
Actually hideous.
Yeah, like she maybe hypnotizes you. Is that what you said?
Hypnotizes, or she can wear like a glamour or something. She
Yeah.
can look super hot, but her natural state is like a hideous monster.
I was afraid they could like shapeshift right before they like kill you or whatever.
Sure. But I feel like they're on my side on
I don't think so. I mean,
what?
Ryan with a B might be, but I think Nathan's is saying that like
Because she has
natural
wings.
state.
She said she's
Wings
a
are
pretty
hot.
lady.
He said bird-like.
He said pretty lady.
Like a
Well, she has like a
harpy.
pretty lady face.
I could
but
show
she
you a
has, like,
bunch of
bird-
pretty harpies.
But also
Yeah.
bird-like?
Like she has like kind
I
of
like
like
birds.
winged arm kind of.
Let's look up a harpy, because a harpy doesn't sound pretty.
Most harpies aren't. I just mean she has like feathers and like her
Yeah,
arms are,
pretty
like, kinda
bird
bluish.
lady.
Okay.
She's a bird lady.
All right.
We had an argument because I said that's a siren. A siren is hideous, right? She lures you to her with her voice. Then you
Succubus
see her.
is a literal demon.
Yeah. Okay.
So they're monstrous.
But hey, the devil comes as a beautiful lady, right? Know what they say?
In disguise.
Damn, that's actually
No, you're,
Check
making,
and
that was actually a
mate,
really good
Isaac.
point.
you're making some very sweeping generalizations here. You keep throwing around the word monster, but where's it written that monsters must be hideous? This could be the hottest of the monsters, and they could be very hot to humans. There's nothing written that says they have to be
It's
ugly.
possible, but seeing as angels are supposed to be monstrous, I would go ahead and assume demons were similar.
No, but they're opposites. So the demons should be beautiful.
I would be much more lured into sin if they were beautiful. So
They are. They look beautiful, and then it's sin, and it's terrible, and you burn in hell with the demons forever. That's the point.
Yeah, this is just really reminding me of the talk that my parents gave me when I turned 13.
Don't listen to little Susie. She's a succubus harlot.
She's a demon. So,
a lot of what I know about succubuses also stems from Warcraft. So just to throw that out there.
you're in the right place. So, that was it. I'm really excited to see the development of the Superhero Killing Club. I think Huey's power will probably have to do with electronics or designing stuff or
Maybe.
something
Yeah,
like that.
you notice whenever he freaks out, you get that high-pitched whining noise.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it sound like there's some sort of frequency thing involved with whatever, maybe power or maybe just super panic attacks.
Doesn't it seem to always trigger like when he's by electronics and stuff?
Mm.
Like I don't remember what he was doing in the store, the convenience store he fell in.
To be fair, it's like supposed to be like 2019, so he's surrounded by
Yeah, he's
electronics
only- Yeah.
constantly.
I wonder if he's going to be like Forge. I'm not making a prediction. Don't hold me to that. But I just wonder if he's going to be like Forge, like basically be able to make anything or something.
That'd be neat.
I don't know.
You've got mail.
Thanks, computer. Appreciate that. Anybody else? Predictions or final thoughts?
I think I went through my predictions. I don't know, but I am enjoying it a lot more than I thought I would. And episode 2 I liked a lot more. So 3's going to be good.
I am predicting that Huey's going to wind up having like a change of character, where he like was a coward and turns into a badass, and I will hate it if it happens.
Why?
I would rather him stay the coward. I hate that character in shows, but
You were talking so much shit during the episode about him being a coward.
Yeah,
You don't
no,
want
I
him to change.
Hate cowards, but it's just so lame. Like I've seen that a million times. All
Yeah,
the
that's
cowards
true.
like, oh well, through this great adversity, I'm suddenly amazing, and I don't want to see that again. I want to see this coward do cowardly shit, so I can laugh and hate him.
Oh, wow. You need that in TV, that you don't get that enough in real life?
I don't laugh at cowards in real life. No, I don't know what you mean.
That's not even true. We watched Saving Private Ryan, and that scene where the guy's getting stabbed and that coward doesn't help him.
I want to kill him. I hate him so much.
Ryan with a B was just laughing and clapping his hands.
Furious anger.
What a coward!
Hated him. Hate that guy.
All right, Malik, you got to go with me to the sexy monster deck because you don't believe me that I've been corralling them all
Well,
into
you have-
one area.
That's fine, but succubuses or succubi are much like police officers, and if I ask you if you're ugly, they have to show me their real face.
That is a law.
Is that true?
Yeah.
What does a succubus police officer do then?
Yes, I am hideous and a monster. Separate.
Haha.
Scumbag.
Funny. That was fun. She doesn't like cops. They're monsters.
Oh,
I got it.
and
It was
a monster.
hilarious. He's-
Ryan's a narc. We should get out of here.
Onward.
To the sexy monster deck. The deck that I designed specifically for sexy monsters.
Okay. I'm surprised you're ever here.
Yeah.
I don't like monsters.
How do they let you go?
They would rather be friends.
I got friend zoned.
By a succubus.
Did you see you as a brother?
Oh, wow. Let's go check it out. I want to meet these girls.
Hey, I'm still right.
I'm
He's
not,
a really nice guy.
Yeah.
Luis has been listening
Have
to
you met him?
episodes, and it
That
blows my
man?
mind. I don't think so.
Super nice guy.
He's,
Does he
He's
think,
the other one who
maybe-
came up with a mask.
but does he
Oh.
think I'm funny?
Bruce Wayne.
He actually said his favorite character is the computer. He's
think
like, we need more computer.
No,
Of course he did.
I love it.
Bring it on, baby!
His ego doesn't need any more inflation.